Well, hello, welcome back. So, flip, flop, envelope, Tim Holtz style. So, I want to start putting the papers in today. So we need 1, 2 in the 2 valleys, 3, 4 signatures. Okay. Now, I've got a lot of coffee dyed papers here, coffee and tea dyed papers. Obviously, you could use it that way, have a small gap at the top and bottom. If you did use it that way, that would enable you to go for a centre fold. Yep. And then another fold there. Okay, line it all up, and you can see that's going to allow you those little fold backs. There will be some that you don't want fold backs on because you don't obviously want them on every sheet. So in that case, you can just, let's put that up there, you can just fold them in half and you can tear off the width that you need. Okay, so if I find my tear ruler, and we can just I've got that upside down, that's why it won't tear. Goodness me, it's all going wrong. Right, we can then just tear them off, and we can use these for stamping or whatever, and straight away it gives you 2 different styles of pages, which are, you know, interesting. Okay, so there's 2. The other one we can do is we can go full height, folding the paper in half lengthwise. A lot of people are doing the tall skinny journals of late, so you can fold it in half that way and then just tear it off where you want. And again, we've got spare for stamping or whatever. And then this one is different again. So that's 3 completely different pages. Okay. I am now going to go for another fold, but this time I'm going to fold it in rather than out. That's different. So fold it in. It's about, what is that? It's just under 2 inches. So I'm folding back. Okay. Fold that down like that, and then I'm going to fold it the other way so that they're in the middle. So in this first signature, you've got a flap out, you've got a plain page, you've got another plain page, and then you've got one that flips that way. So that gives me 4 pages for my first signature. It's upside down, I knew that wasn't the first page. There you go, music. So now that will sit in there, and that's 4 pages in there. So I will do that for each one of them. So there's a long tall one. There's a flip out. Okay. This will be a flip in. Again, about 2 inches, give or take. And get the same on this side. And then obviously you can choose whether these get glued down so they become side pockets or side tucks, or whether in fact they stay unglued and therefore they are just flips. Okay, now I've done 2. I'm not going to do all 4 because it's very boring for you to watch. That one's going to go on there. That one is going to go on there. I'm going to bash them all down, and then I'm going to just tear them. Whoops, like that. Okay. So there's my second signature. So that's both signatures, as it were, on the front side, and obviously we'll do the same on the back. Now, for a bit of added interest, I'm going to use a piece of this. This is the baking paper. Sorry, I'm just trying to work out where I want it. This is the baking paper I use when I dye my papers. Now, it only needs to be up there, doesn't it? So, okay. So, I'll tear this like that, and it can be torn across there like that. It's a bit too long, so we give it an interesting decollage at the bottom. Whoops, well, that's not an interesting decollage, is it, Claire? Wow. Now shorter than I wanted it, but never mind. And then I'll just go 1, 2, pop that in, and then I've got 1, 2 again, and we'll find something different for the centre. So this one is now sticking out, so we just need to make that a little bit narrower. And see if we can tear it straight. See, still can't tear it straight. Okay, so 1, 2, and that sits up there. So we've now got 5 pages in that signature. I'd like probably to have 6, because 6 will give us 12, which will give us 24, which will give us 96, so almost 100 sides. So that's good with me. I like that. And then we can decide whether we'd like to put a little mini flip in here using these 3 papers we pulled off. So we could put them in there, and then you'd have 1, 2, 3 different height papers, just for further interest. So there's 3 in there, 5 in there. We need to find another one. It's still only 4 in that one, so let's do this one up at least. Hold it. And I like to do random off-centre folds as well. I think that makes for added interest. 1, 2, lift those 2 out, pop that in there. Look, it's lovely the way it's the wrong shape. So that's how we're going to do the signatures. And while you were gone, I've been fiddling and making lots of bits of ephemera. I used one of the embossing folders along with some paper, and I just think that is beautiful. So we'll use that, and obviously it matches that, so we'll be using that. I did some of the little file folders. I think we did those together. I've got these little tags where again I've just used printed matter and paper dolls. I've got my strips. So there's lots of ephemera. Did this one with you, I know I did. And there's another one here where we've just got some bits. And then this is the coin pocket. I feel like I need a bit more glue in there. Something's not happy in there, so let me just do that. Well, we don't want that. Let me just do that while I'm here, otherwise I will forget. So we just hold that down for a minute while that dries. So we've got lots of ephemera. I think it's always amazing. This is some Tim Holtz bingo cards, so we could use them, couldn't we? We've got those. There's another one of these and another tag. There's another tag there. There's another one of the file folders, more of them labels. That's our butterfly for the front. So we've got all of that going on. Is that stuck now? Yeah, and we've got our little coin pocket there as well. Okay, so I need to think about pockets. Now, I think it would be quite nice to use a couple of these. Now, I've got 3 here. I don't know if there's more in the book or if I've only got 3 of the page left. I'm going to do 2. So one signature at the front, one signature at the back, as it were. I'm just going to trim there. That's that one. Oh, and we've used one up there. Aha. So actually we need to use all 3 then, really, don't we? But we can use them in different ways. So I'm going to do 2 now, and we'll use the last one different. I love these rulers, so I'm going to cut one of these out. Like that. So we've got some ruler. Set that aside. We've got some music paper. We can probably use that. These are very thin. We don't want to be using these. And these are various die cuts from Mr. Holtz. Dies. Okay, so I think what we need to do is we need to think about these pockets. And I think the best way to go with these is probably book page. So I'm going to find this old dictionary. I do like working with dictionary pages. So lucky page. Oh look, ruler. That's interesting. So we're definitely going to use that one because I've just cut that ruler. And then another lucky open. And we don't want parachute really, do we? Oh, outcome. There we go. Okay. So I've got that lovely old dictionary pages. Now, we want this to be at the front. So I think what I'm going to do, how wide are our pages? Right, okay. So I'm going to come over like this. Okay. That's not very straight, is it? I can see that's not straight. We come over like this. You see me fiddling and thinking, can't you? Right, okay, let's just start and do the really simple ones first of all. So I'm going to do corner like that. So we've got a nice corner edge, fold in that bit. Okay, really simple. Fold in that bit as well. So we've got nice straight, and then fold this up to the start of that triangle. Okay. And that gives me a nice pocket. If you want to take off the bulk, then obviously you can take off the bulk. But I personally like where there's going to be a lot of paper movement. So here, I like the extra. It's not a problem on the side there for me either. So I need to find my glue. There we go, glue. Put some glue like that. So go here, poke that down, press that over, and then we can do this one. It's so warm today, wow. That's not a dog hair, that's a strand of book page, not book page, craft paper that I've just cut. Okay, so then I'm going to take my deco edge ruler, you probably can't see, and just come off like that, so it's a little bit more interesting. And then we've got our very first, very simple pocket, just to make sure, you see, that'll fit on there, no problem at all. Okay, that's lovely. So you can use that as a size template. Right, so this one, and actually the piece that we tore off, we can bring up there and we can make that a double pocket, which is a bit of fun, isn't it? Waste not, want not, and all that. So let's put a bit more glue down there, press that over, and here, press that over, and then we can glue all the way we can put this on there like so. So now we've got a little pocket on the front of our pocket, and now we can think about how, you know, you want to decorate that. Again, you want some strength on there. So this is where, this is some old music paper. So you can just put a little piece of there on there and start your decoration. Or of course you could have folded that over. Didn't think of that, did I? So put some glue on there. Find where it is. There. Also, it makes a nice division between the words. So just trim that off. It's too hot for anything radical today, so we're just doing delicate crafting. I've already stripped the bed and got the washing line, so I'm like, you know what, that's the end of my jobs for today. And now you've got a stronger opening there. Okay, so that's that one. And we could look at, do we want to attach this as part of the interest, or do we want that to be one of the things that goes inside? We've got quite a lot of ephemera, so I think this is going to go here, and I think behind it we're going to have a little bit of my ruler, because I love that. So we're going to trim that at 2 1/4, is that? Yeah, 2 1/4 inches. Put some glue on, line it up like so. I'm going to offer the bingo card. See, don't do what I do. Think about it. Let's put that over there. We actually only want to glue from 66 down on a triangle. There you go. Like that. Because we don't want to glue it to there, do we? So we won't be able to get in our pocket. Now, we can go a little bit more. Okay. So we've got that. And then maybe one of our little stamped bugs could go on there as well. So, whoops. There we have our very first, whoops, my coffee's spilling, actually, our very first pocket for this flippy journal. I think it looks lovely. And if we find one of our tags, we can pop a tag. That's a particularly long one. Let's find a smaller one. Is that too wide? That's going to be too wide. But anyway, we can pop that in there like that. So there's our first pocket. In fact, you know what? I'm going to make it definite. I'm actually going to pop it in. Oh, there's no long one. Where should we put it? Shall we go straight in there where we sized it up in the first place? Why not? Now again, if you only glue on the 3 sides, you could have another pocket there as well. So we could have 3 pockets. I like that idea. And then we can layer it right up. So I'm just going to glue around those 3 sides. I did do 3 sides, didn't I? I'm going mad, I swear. It's the heat. It's the heat, Mr. Mannering. It's the heat. Right. And now we can put our long one in the back like that. Yeah. And we can create a little short one. We don't obviously want to use this, but to go in the front there. Okay. So that's pocket style number 1 that I'm going to go for. And then these sheets are not actually big enough for what I wanted to do. That was the problem with that fold. Let me find my big, my big dictionary. It's a much more modern one, but we better not have the one that says alcoholic. Communalise. There you go. Where was that one? So, what we want to do here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap around. So, find the size that you know your tag will go in and out of. Alright, you've got a standard size tag, you'll know what that is automatically. Clip that all the way like that. Community architect. And then turn it up. I don't know how far that is. However far that is. I'm not worried that that's open because we need to decorate this pocket anyway. So you could take a strip of music paper, for example. Where's the fold? There. That's then going to fold up there, and you are going to have music paper in the middle. Or you could put plain coffee dyed paper in, you could put whatever. So, use your glue, go all the way down that white area of your book page, like so. Don't get it on the back because it will be glued shut. And then line it up like, in fact you could do it crooked if you want, just for interest. Still lined up, isn't it? Okay, turn it round, trim that off like so, and that gives you your one pocket there. If you've put it on the angle like I have, you obviously need to spread your glue a bit wider, and then you can bring this up like so. So again, I'm going to fold this over for a bit of strength. There we go. And that one, whoops, that one. And then this time you can glue the wide area, bring it over, pop it down like that. And what you've created is a pocket at the front and a pocket at the back. Alright, where's my phone folder? Just give that a good. Now we know, because we measured it, that this tag will fit in there like that, and it matches the music paper. And then you can again make a low level one which would go in there. So again you've got your layers. Okay, so whoops, I'm going to now put this one in to signature 2, and as that's the page that it's opened on, that's where we'll put it. So I'm going to glue it down. I haven't obviously decorated it yet. I can do that while it's in the book, no reason not to. Where's my fold? I'm going to set it nearer the fold than the edge. That's now in there like that. We can pop that tag in now because we've decided that's the home for this tag. But apparently, once you stick it down, it doesn't fit. No, I'm joking. Of course it does. Or perhaps it actually doesn't. No, it does. There you go. Okay, and she's, look, just peeking over the top. And then you can decide what to decorate this with. Now the argument is this is a factory department workroom, so we could maybe decorate this with some fabrics or something. See how we feel on the day we decorate it. So that's how I'm going to build my signatures. There's 2 pocket styles. Don't forget about the extras in there. That's all exciting, isn't it? And I think I might see if I can find some old ledger paper or something to go in there, because that would be quite nice, wouldn't it? Let me have a quick look and see if I've got any just to hand here, which conveniently I have. So, you can use one of these vintage diary pages. Now, we know how wide that is. So, if we fold that like that, this can be our 6th page. Does it need to be in the middle so we can see the whole date? Anyway, don't rip that there because you're going to rip it. There's our 6th page, even more interest. And I can't help thinking that sort of adds with the idea of this, not that one, this whole factory. So that's going to be my 6th page, I think. You can obviously use whatever you've got. I happen to have these and I do love to use them when I can. So fold it basically to that line, I think is the answer. So that one's got one in, and now we need to put one in this one. That's very pretty in the middle there, and I think I'm going to put it at the front because we don't want them all exactly the same, do we? So that's not ledger paper, that's a diary page, but I'll see if I can find some ledger paper to go in these ones. There you go, look at that chunking up already. I bet you thought that's not going to be much of a journal, but look at it. We haven't really even decorated the pages. So as always, thank you so much for coming along to join me. I hope you found some joy and inspiration, and I'll be back with you very soon. Bye bye for now.